Welcome to Beer Untapped with Perry Miller, the podcast. I'm joined by Seth.
Hey, welcome, guys. Thanks for finding us on the internet.
Now, these shows originally aired on Brookings Radio, but now they're all here for your enjoyment. I hope you like it.
There you go. Sit back, enjoy the show, relax. Let us know if you want to see anything on future shows. As we said, this comes out live in the Brookings area, but enjoy this archive episode.
Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. Welcome to Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. This week, many a professional brewer enters the industry as an assistant, learning as they go. We talk with an assistant brewer at Wooden Legs Brewing in Brookings, Derek Schmidt, who's been with Wooden Legs for about 8 months.
Basically, I've just kind of fought my way up the ranks, gone from not knowing a single thing about how to make a beer to being one of Seth's, I suppose, most trusted employees with the beer-making process and just making sure everything goes smoothly to getting on tap. I still feel pretty lost at times in this whole process because it's still very new to me. I haven't really, before this job, participated much in the whole process of making beer. So it's been a pretty fun last year.
Derek had never been a home brewer.
Really had no attempts at it. I didn't know anybody that home brewed. It was just sort of a love of craft beer that was just kind of building and building that I decided if I want to take the next step, let's just apply to a brewery and see if maybe they can help me out progress in this thing.
Has anything about commercial brewing surprised him?
The whole process can just be easily translated from beer to beer. So after a while, you just sort of get to know the motions of how to make a beer, and it doesn't change much day to day. Of course, the
steps are the same.
The steps are the same. The ingredients are always different, and it's kind of surprising how little a change in recipe can alter a beer's entire profile and kind of what you have to do to monitor that to make sure it comes out the exact way you want. So it's kind of a series of just kind of like little problems that can create big changes in a beer, while the big tasks themselves don't change too much.
Derek says going in, he knew brewing beer involved a lot of grunt work.
I come from a background of like construction and groundskeeping. I like physical jobs. So when in the interview process he said this is like 80% janitorial work, I kind of knew that going in, just kind of based on breweries I'd seen in the past and sort of what they need to do to maintain the equipment and whatnot. So that wasn't too much of a surprise for me. I was more surprised how quickly I would get acclimated to the actual brewing process.
And now he gets to design and brew his own recipe.
Part of Seth's kind of pub keep series that he likes to keep up on since I did my Cicerone beer certification a while back. He kind of came to me and said, all right, it's time for you to think of a beer for us. So we brainstormed on a Friday, had a few beers each, and
I think I was sitting here.
You were sitting with us, and a few things were shouted out, and we came up with the name before we had the beer. We decided to call it Cosmonaut Monkey.
We'll tell you what kind of beer it's going to be and have more with Derek Schmidt when Beer Untapped continues.
There's a revolution rising, no more pasteurizing. Beer don't need to be across the nation. Every town needs a butcher and a baker and a brewer. Welcome to the craft beer revolution. Welcome to the craft beer revolution.
Welcome back to Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. We're talking with Wooden Legs staff brewer Derek Schmidt. Just before the break, Derek was talking about the beer he's designing and will be brewing. It already has a great name, Cosmonaut Monkey.
Because I'm the guy in the back there just pressing buttons like a cosmonaut monkey. I don't know what's going on half the time. It had to be a beer name. So we had the name first, and then we thought, well, what would be an appropriate beer for that? And I'm a big darker beer fan. I love stouts. I love porters. A style I don't see too much these days is a Baltic porter. I don't think we've ever made one here at Wooden Legs. So I thought that would be a bit of a challenge for me for my first beer. I think it'd be something fun for Seth to do as well. So we are tackling a Baltic Porter for my Pubkeep series.
It'll likely be brewed sometime in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned. Derek says this may well be an occupation he could make into a career.
I think I want to go for it at this point. It's kind of become my life at this point. It's all I want to do. I'm not really looking at anything else. I'm not sure where I'll go from here, to be honest. I might stick around here at Wooden Legs for a while. It's nice to kind of get your feet under you at kind of a smaller brew pub like this, and then maybe work your way up from there. But no, I'm really enjoying this career path so far, and I could see myself doing something in this realm for the rest of my life.
Seth Cook, co-owner, head brewer at Wooden Legs, on being an assistant brewer.
It is hard work. It's a wide diversity of work. There's some things that we repeat a lot.
A lot of cleaning.
A lot of cleaning. I mean, but we have a process that we've kind of picked apart to make sure that it makes a lot of sense. And we use some automation in terms of like a clean in place system as well as we can. But there's a lot of cleaning. But our assistant brewers, the fun part about their job is that we try to give them something, at least every week, a new challenge to try, whether it be draft systems or as simple as doing an inventory, or there's always seems to be something that will come up that they get to problem solve and do different things. So we work them pretty hard, but you know what? We're fortunate to have hard workers that enjoy doing it, and at the end of the day, we get to make beer and they enjoy that. So I mean, it's kind of a fun gig.
Speaking of fun gigs, there are some events coming up at Wooden Legs as usual, including bingo and beer and wine cocktails this Saturday night.
Beer and bingo and cocktails. Actually, the cocktails are kind of fun. The crew behind the bar here has wanted to do some beer mixers, also some wine mixers. They like the idea of taking a product and, at least for one night, being able to blend it off and do fun things. So they've got a whole series of things they're doing. And bingo was such a hit, we're just going to play that anyway because that's just fun.
Finally today, there is now an expanded craft beer selection at Brookings Liquor Store. Have you checked it out yet? You need to. Here's Drew Eklund.
The whole back area of our cooler is now shoppable. It's one big walk-in cooler. All of our craft 12-packs are in that back area now, so everything's been moved around. Import section is towards the back now. Bombers are in the front. Yeah, if you have any questions about where anything is, just ask one of us and we'll try to find it for you. We have a few open spots for new breweries. I'm sure they'll be filled quickly, but yeah, our selection is huge now. Like, wow.
There's also an expanded mix of 6 section, and speaking of new beers, Stone Brewing, now in Brookings.
Based out of San Diego, they have a new brewery in Richmond, Virginia as well. Stone has been consistently rated as one of the best breweries in the nation. Right now we offer Stone's flagship beer, Arrogant Bastard, $12.99 a six-pack, which is an American strong ale, not for the faint of heart, but if you're the adventurous type, you have to try this. Other offerings from Stone include Ripper Pale Ale, their popular IPA, their winter seasonal coffee milk stout, and the best reduced gluten IPA in the nation, I think, Delicious IPA. We also have a mixed IPA 12-pack in our big walk-in expanded section, so check that out.
That's it for this week's show. Until next time, drink local and drink responsibly. Thank you for listening to this archived edition of Beer Untapped with Perry Miller. Feel free to listen to other episodes, and if there's anything you'd like us to talk about on a future show, please let us know. Thanks again.